guys, Nick here, and welcome back to the channel. Something I noticed in the photography and videography world is that there tends to be trends of gear that everyone starts buying. Whether that's gorilla pods, which sort of started, when Casey Neistat started vlogging and then everyone got them. I've got one, then it kind of went to like gimbals, and you understand there are different trends where certain product categories become really popular and every man and their dog starts picking them up or creating them. And I feel like at the moment we're in this sort of like area where portable lighting solutions is becoming really, really popular. And it's easy to see why. Lights are really important when you're shooting not only photos, but if you're shooting video especially, you've got to have good lighting. And I myself have struggled with this in the past, trying to find, a good solution. And unfortunately, they're very, very expensive, especially for good lights. And so companies have been focusing on creating, smaller versions of their really large studio lights so that you can take them around with you. They're a little bit easier to travel with. They're also a little bit easier on the wallet. And, one of the ones I've been using for the longest time now is the Aperture AL-M9. This is a $50 LED light. It's all right. It's probably passable as a key light, at least in these sort of really close shots where you can control the rest of the lighting around you. But other than that, it's starting to get a bit dated. It's made of plastic. It's only got the one temperature, so you can only just increase this, I think it's 5500 Kelvin. You can only make it brighter or dimmer, and it charges via micro USB. But it's super small, super portable, and it's just, you might as well just chuck it in your bag, right? But a company reached out to me called FalconEyes, and let's just pause for a second. FalconEyes, like that is a cool name, right? Like, I don't know, I feel like a secret agent or something. I work for FalconEyes. Anyway, they reached out to me and wanted to know if I would do a review on their F7 RGB light. And I said yes, because I love portable lights and I've been looking for something that could be a proper key light, as well as something that adds a little bit of extra functionality that I can put in my bag and take with me on the go. I do hate things that require power to use. As you can see in my minimalist camera gear video, if you check up above, everything in my bag is small and minimal, and this has been living in it for the past few weeks, and I've used it on a couple of professional video shoots and a lot here talking to you guys. And I gotta say that this is, I'm really, really impressed. There's only a few shortcomings of this light, of which I feel like I can live with. Now, like I said, full disclosure, they did send me this light for a review, but they are not checking what I am saying, and it's all my own thoughts. So there is that, take it with a grain of salt. So the FalconEyes F7, it's Poker Light, not Pocket Light, it's Poker Light. It's an interesting name. Is an RGB LED pocket light in the sense, so it not only does it just have your standard bi-color LEDs, so you've got your warm and cool colors, and I think it's got 54 of each, but it also has RGB lighting, 96 LEDs across the panel. So this is like your one-stop shop for lighting. You can chuck this on the top of the camera and we'll show you what that looks like in a little bit. And you can light yourself. It also comes with some different diffusions. I'll talk about these in a sec. So you can get a really nice soft light on your subject. So turning the light on, you can see it's very, very bright, and I'll try not to bright it. And you can dim it all the way down to 1%. And what's great is it has this little LED screen on the back, so you can, check what dimming level you're at, and it can go right all the way to 100. And you can also control the Kelvin, so you can make it really, really warm, or you can make it really, really cool. So I think it's like 2500 Kelvin all the way up to 9600, which is really, really, really versatile. It's gonna allow you to really match the lighting of your scene, and obviously then you can program your camera to set to it. So the light is fantastic, super, super powerful. What I love is the RGB functionality, because what that means is you can put it in the background. You might have seen it in a lot of my recent videos. I put it in the background because I really like the fact that you can just add a little bit of a color shift to the back of the scene. It keeps it looking a little interesting. And so I feel like if you have two of these in your kit, that's a fantastic combination, because you can have a color behind you, you have a key light on you, and they don't weigh that much. It's heavier than that, but I'm not sure what the official is, probably about 300 grams roughly or so. Now, control-wise is probably the part that is a little bit fiddly. There's two dials here, and then like an on and off button there.
So controlling the light is kind of simple. You have your little dial there that you can use to slide up and down, and that's going to control your intensity. Then you have your second dial here, and if you press that one, you'll see that it shifts through the different menus there, going from hue and saturation, and then using that dial, you can control the intensity of what you want. And then you got the on button, and by pressing that, it goes between the different scene modes and by color, and then you still have all your other functions like that.
And with the visual effects sort of modes, you've got your standard sort of like police sirens, or the lights anyway, lightning, you know, TV flicker, all that sort of stuff. So really useful, but a bit niche if you're, you know, probably for good for indie shooters. I don't really have a use for that, but it's great that it's there because it gives you just this tiny little, look out, like that's tiny. Like it's pretty much the same thickness as the ALM9. And you know, maybe only like 2.5 times bigger. It's fantastic. It is all metal construction, so it feels really sturdy in the hand. Doesn't look like it's gonna break anytime soon. Now it has your standard sort of thread down the bottom, so you can clip on this like hot shoe, cold shoe attachment that comes with it. It also comes with this other bracket that I'm personally not too sure what it's for, but it comes with this, so which is really high quality, made of nice aluminum. So really, really good there. It also comes with this little bag, which is good, except for one thing. The diffusion it comes with doesn't fit in the bag with the light. So the light can go in the bag, but you gotta store this separate. Now let's talk about the diffusion for a sec. It's made of this silicon gel, and unlike the Aperture ALM9 where it's magnetized, which is very, very useful, it's kind of like, it like straps to the back and then like clips on over the top there, but it's also not very sturdy. So you can see I can pull it down, and once one like bit pops off, the rest just kind of just slides off. And it is a bit fiddly. Obviously it gives you a really nice even light when you do have it on, and I do recommend if you're lighting a person, it's probably beneficial to have it. But yeah, not my favorite. You know, I really would rather just not carry these around in my bag. But look, it comes in the box with it, so whatever, it is what it is. But the killer feature of this light, and this is something that I didn't know about, I had to like delve into the manual, is it's got a magnet in it. So you can attach it to different surfaces. So, you know, you got the thread there, it sticks to it. This magnet is actually super, super, super strong and is only on this sort of one side of the light. You can sort of see that there, but it clips to that. Really, really good because it allows you to sort of put this light in different situations. You know, you can clip it to things. I'm not sure if that, so it clips to that. Not gonna hold, it's probably a bit too heavy, but you know, it's a really just a nice added feature because it doesn't add to the bulk, but it gives you that nice magnet. Now, price-wise, it's on par with the rest of the sort of RGB lights on the market. So it's just around $200, depending on what sort of market you're in. And I think for the value for money, I think that's pretty good. Like you get a lot of kit in the light. Definitely expensive, and I'm not sure if everyone can fork out the money, but I guess if you're sort of building up a kit, like, you know, one of the things I look at when building out a kit is sort of versatility to cost. You know, I want to be able, you know, if I'm going to spend a little bit extra money, I want to get a bit more versatility out of the product. And that's probably where this comes in. So not only is it a key light, but it can be background light, a visual effects light. And I think versatility it's right up there. It also charges via USB-C, which is awesome to see. So if you've got a battery bank, which the majority of us do now, it can charge via that. So that's super handy. So you're gonna get a lot of juice out of it. Battery life is sort of on par what you would expect. I was finding that as long as I wasn't on full brightness, I was getting almost 60 minutes-ish, 45 to 50 minutes. You know, that's probably about 50 to 60% brightness. But again, you're never really running that light for that period of time. So you think about 50 minutes run time, but then you're gonna split that, turning it on and off. So it's gonna last you a decent time. And the fact that it is USB-C, you can just charge it in your bag in between takes and all that sort of stuff. So I think battery life is really, really good. If you wanna check out this light, there are some links in the description, so check it out there. And yeah, the FalconEyes F7 pocket light, better than I thought it was gonna be, and a new staple. It has completely replaced the Aperture ALM9 light. I still carry this in my bag because, well, it's so small, but I never use it. It's just kind of like there. This is now my key light, which is fantastic. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, guys, make sure you smash the thumbs up button, subscribe for more videos. The things are going pretty good now, so we're gonna try and bring more content to you. But until next one, guys, see ya.